Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a much anticipated June Awakening video. Hype has been building all week for this one, folks. And today I revealed to you for the first time the Inferno Trooper build. The aim of this build was to apply fire damage from melee weapons, ranged weapons, and abilities. As usual, I will go over the build in detail at the end of the run, and also include the build link in the description of the video. As we progress through, I'll explain my tactics and reasoning for each decision I make. The name of the game is to break shields with the explosive grenade and the knee charge. My melee weapon of choice is the cauterizer, the flame knife. My two ranged weapons of choice are the scattergun shell burster and the flamethrower, the glasser. But I think the star of the show would have to be the gravity field grenade. It can be used for both offensive and defensive purposes. Start of wave number 1. This is the gravity field explosive grenade combo on one NPC, and then the follow-up from the glasser applying constant pressure. With Spice activated and our full set of trooper armor, our explosive grenade cooldown is only 5 seconds. I have been doing vigorous testing all week to try and decide what is the best 3 combination abilities for this build. My rule is I need to have at least 2 abilities from the trooper class. And this is by far the ultimate trio. The gravity field, the glasser, and the knee charge work at keeping everyone at bay. So you're free to sit back and melt away. That rhymes. Here's the combo in action against the heavy. Gravity field, explosive grenade, glasser. And follow up with the shell burster if they're still alive. I imagined this perfectly in my head before I did it. 360 no scope. You gotta love those Spice Prescience wall hacks. So that brings us to the official start of wave number 2. So here's the strat against the big pack. Gravity field grenade, explosive grenade, into glasser. And as soon as it's ready, explosive grenade again. And if those melee try and get up in your face, you say hello with a knee charge. And this is why we've taken Prescient Strike for the follow-up. The strat is if you ever see an unshielded target on their own, that's when it's time for the shell burster. Save those knee charges for the melee. And the gravity field explosive grenade combo for the heavies, the shielded enemies, and the packs. We also take Thrive on Danger for the self-healing you can see kicking in right here. It's important to use the terrain and the timing to shoot these heavies when their shields are down. At this stage, Spice Prescience was on cooldown. During this time, we give less damage, receive more damage, and our cooldowns are longer. And that brings us to the official start of wave number 3. Here's the strat once again against the melee and the ranged. The gravity field and the glasser lock them in place while they melt away. And if the melee happen to break through, we have a knee charge waiting for them. shielded targets means explosive and scatterguns. For shielded heavies and packs, we have our gravity field and Glaser combo. Be sure to only pull out your scattergun if you're not taking any ranged fire. And time your shots with the drop of the shield. So at this point, I started to spice up again so that we had it for the last few rounds. This guy genuinely scared the crap out of me. And that brings us to the official start of wave number 4. So here is a display of the strat in all of its glory. Gravity field explosive grenade combo into Glaser. The AoE crowd control is just insane. This particular wave becomes very overwhelming with melee NPCs. My advice is never to aggro the ones from the top to the ones at the bottom. Then you're being chased by 6 enemies at once. You'd rather deal with them one by one if possible. So this is one of my only errors in the run. Got a little carried away with my shield. But we made up for it here by using the hugging the wall technique. By having one solid wall to either side, you can funnel the melee NPCs exactly where you want them. And finally, it was time to spice it up again. This is one of the coolest clips of the whole run, and displays just how effective this build can be. The amount of AoE damage being put out to this group is enormous. I took this quick second to heal up. Trooper build, baby. With my reflexive reload passive, my current weapon is reloaded each time I throw a grenade. The gravity field works as both an offensive and a defensive strat. It stops the enemies from firing at you and makes your explosive grenade super effective at breaking shields. Once the shields have been worn down, the shell burster can do its job. I hope you're enjoying this so far, because this last round is about to get crazy. After a quick reload of the Glaser, that brings us to the official start of wave number 5, the final wave. Here is the gravity field explosive grenade combo in all of its glory. With Spice activated and our full trooper armor, the explosive grenade is on a 5-second cooldown. This entire pack was deleted in just a few seconds. This guy was particularly stubborn, but don't forget, these heavies have incredibly high HP. So here we go again. Big pack in sight, gravity field. Notice how the melee rushing up the stairs gets trapped in the field. The field plus the explosive combo can break a heavy's shield in one shot. Once the shields are taken care of, the scattergun damage and the fire is much more effective. The knee charge allows you to get right up in their faces for the scattergun. And the scattergun can be used to push them into the gravity field. The most difficult part about these runs are the melees rushing in. Just be sure to take your time and not get caught out in the open. Hug the wall where possible. So here's the second and final small mistake in the run. After clearing this guy, there was just 2 heavies and a range to go. Lucky Spice was activated, so we can drop the gravity field, the explosive grenade, and Glasser. Shell Burster to finish. Unshielded target takes the Shell Burster to the face. And Heavy gets the gravity field explosive combo. And a little surprise appeared from the top. I thought I would heal up for this last encounter, as I didn't want this to be the game breaker. Gravity into explosive. Shell Burster to finish. And there you have it, folks, an 11-minute circular control room using the Trooper class. So let's look at the skills for this insanely fun build. We have Center of Mass and Battle Harden for our first 2 techniques, Gravity Field and Explosive Grenade for our first and second ability, and of course Reflexive Reload. In the Mentat tree we've taken the range damage, rerouting and overcharge from the Planetologist, our healing and vitality passives from the Bene Gesserit, and finally from the Swordmaster we have our third technique, Thrive on Danger, Prescient Strike, our stamina passives, and of course the knee charge. So finally let's have a look at our gear and weapons. We have the full Trooper armor set that gives us 7% Trooper ability cooldowns, Mark 5 shield, Mark 6 power pack, and our flame weapons, the Cauterizer, the Shell Burster, and the Glasser. So guys, this one has been really fun to put together, and was a little more challenging than I thought it would be, to be honest. Firing a weapon in this game is inherently just more difficult, and it always needs a specific kind of strat to survive. But it's good to know that the good old flamethrower is still a viable option. I don't think it gets enough love. Also guys, just a quick bit of news on the end of this video. We have a developer live stream coming up on the 18th of December. I thought it would be cool to go live and co-stream the developer live stream, so if that's something that you guys are interested in, make sure to tune in. The developer live stream will be 9 AM PT on the 18th of December. So thank you so much for tuning in and making it all the way to the end of this video. It's been an absolute blast to make, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I'd also love to hear from you guys on what you thought about this build down in the comments. If you found this video informative, entertaining, or even both, please give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, as we'd love to have you. Inferno Trooper build, baby. I'll see you on the next one.